Good morning, everyone. So one last video just about the huge banker rate on gold, spot and gold, silver prices, and what were the reasons behind this. Now, regarding the reasons why bankers slammed spot gold and spot silver prices so heavily after Donald Trump became the US president-elect, the reasons were numerous. Number one, since bankers did not get their preferred presidential candidate elected, the clearly pro-Wall Street Hillary Clinton, they feared not knowing how Trump would act towards them, and thus they needed to get in a great price slam, as great a price slam as possible before Trump actually takes office next year in 2017. And that's not to say that Trump is anti-Wall Street at all, because I don't think he will be anti-Wall Street, as already his initial appointments, because he appointed a long-time Goldman Sachs guy to become U.S. Treasury Secretary, so that is clearly disappointing. But the one thing is he's probably not as pro-Wall Street as Hillary Clinton would have been. And furthermore, because he brings this element of uncertainty about whether or not he'll really actually enforce regulations against the banking industry's criminal activities, which was something that basically the last president, Obama, is now leaving office, just gave lip service to for 8 years, but never really did anything to crack down on banker criminality. So this measure of uncertainty is also probably a reason, because bankers hate uncertainty, as far as why they have rated gold so heavily in the aftermath of Donald Trump being elected. So also, Trump has also talked about how a return to the gold standard would be wonderful. I don't think he actually is really considering that, because if he does, there will probably be an attempt on his life. And I'm not even really sure that Donald Trump understands what a real gold standard is, especially since there's so much fake history, to basically piggyback on this whole fake news meme that is being reported when real news is being reported as fake news, and vice versa. Because in our history books and economic books, there are plenty of periods of time in American history when they refer to a gold standard when there was no gold standard in place, and in fact an anti-gold standard was in place. So I highly doubt if Mr. Trump really knows what a real gold standard is. And the second reason for the heavy price slam is that actually this has been discussed for the past 6 months. There's a change in Sharia law that now opens up gold and silver investing to a huge market, which is basically all the Muslims in the entire world. So Islamic investment institutions currently hold about $2 trillion in assets, with hardly anything invested in gold and silver assets due to this religious Sharia law that is obscure, and it regards how religious scholars view gold investments. And typically in the past, they have not endorsed gold investment. So there's a potential 1.6 billion Muslim market to increase their holdings in other gold and silver assets. So there's nothing in Sharia law now that prohibits the holding of physical gold. So I'm sure there's lots of Muslims already that do buy physical gold. But gold right now under Sharia law, gold is considered a ribawi item, R-I-B-A-W-I, ribawi item, which means they can't own it as an investment or trade it as a commodity, but they can only own it as currency or as jewelry. So Yusuf De Lorenzo, who is an AAOIFI member, which stands for the Accounting and Auditing Organization for Islamic Financial Institutions, stated, quote, "The hesitation about investing in gold when credible Sharia standards are unavailable is nearly universal in the Islamic world. On the reverse side of the equation, however, gold has historically been the choice of individual Muslims desirous of preserving wealth and value," end quote. So apparently this new standard will allow banks to issue Sharia-compliant gold products, which should ease much of the confusion and hesitation that's prevented a large majority of the 1.6 billion Muslim global population from buying more gold in the past. So again, we could see, no one really knows how this is going to play out, but Obviously a new market of 1.6 billion Muslims, especially if they are allowed to invest in, say, gold and silver stocks as well, is a huge new market. Or even if they were going to buy paper gold, which I don't believe anyone should ever buy paper gold in terms of futures or forwards, but should always buy physical gold, or only buy paper gold in Shanghai, where it has to be settled in physical gold and physical silver if you're buying paper silver in Shanghai. But since there's uncertainty again about the kind of flow that will change in paper gold, paper silver products, then again, this would be a possible reason why the global banking cartel decided to raid spot gold and silver prices so heavily before this new influx of new investors comes into the gold and silver markets. So if you're a Muslim watching this and because of these new clarifications in Sharia law plan to buy a lot more gold and silver products, please do not buy any paper gold and paper silver. Just buy physical gold and physical silver. If you want to know the reasons why you could be subject to a lot of fraud by buying paper gold ETFs and paper silver ETFs, just watch the other videos I have made on this channel. So there are some paper gold and paper silver ETFs that are far better than others, but still, you know what the law is. The law is if you don't hold it, then you don't own it. That is the safest rule you can go by. But if you have to hold physical gold and physical silver outside of your personal possession, meaning your home, then definitely hold it outside of the banking system, because you do not want to hold it inside the banking system where it's subject to confiscation in the future. Okay, thanks a lot for watching. As always, remain intensely curious. Until next time, so long.